Hey, okay, so midterms are over, right? And that's really nice, really awesome stuff. I think I did well. For the math when the grade came out, it was an 86%. Could have done better. I will admit, I will just to give myself an excuse, I guess. I thought it was Thursday, but it was Tuesday, so I really only had like one day of studying, but I think that was just my bad in terms of actually being attentive and having a proper schedule. So I have to improve that for the future. But yeah, midterms are done. Right after my programming midterm, I went to a cybersecurity competition event for, that Chiefs was running, which was really interesting because I did Cyber Picture, and Cyber Picture is this cybersecurity competition where you get to do a bunch of different stuff, right? And it's like, oh, that was my intro to cybersecurity. But when I was doing this competition, I was like, yo, maybe I should actually try entering this field. So I feel like for two reasons. One, it was just like there was different problems everywhere. Like there was no, it never felt repetitive, right? I think that's something I like. It was always felt like it felt like there was a new challenge each time. So I kind of like that diversity of stuff you can work on. Um, and then this is a side tangent, but there was this really cool problem where you basically had to connect to this local host or whatever, and you had to play this impossible game. And in my head, like I was thinking, oh, maybe it's just like you have to get to level 10, right? And that's the difficulty of the thing. So I kept on doing it. Some levels were hard, like level 5 was really hard, but I would get into all the levels. Then I got to level 8, and I just could not get through it. And I talked to a dude, and he said, I should probably have given the context, but every time you die, you have this. Every time you finish a level, you have a save code, right? You have this um, base 64 number, whatever hash number or something, and that's what you use. And that save number basically takes you to the level you saved at. So then what I didn't realize, I had my head so focused on completing the game. 'Cause I thought that was the actual solution that I didn't realize that what you're meant to do is you're meant to just take the hash code or the num64 hash code or whatever. I think I'm using the wrong terms, but you're meant to take that number and you're basically meant to convert it to like actual, I guess, plain text, and then from there edit your level to like level 9 or so edit to level 9. Technically, it's meant to be level 10, but I think it went off base. It started from counting from 0. So edit to level 9, and then at level 9 you have to fight this dragon, right? And this dragon's like 1,000 health. And keep in mind, you only have 350 health plus 500 attack. That's a turn-based game. So then what I did, I died the first time. I was like, wait a minute, if I can change the level, I can change my attack. So I put my attack at 5,000, went to level, finished it real quick, refund stuff. Um, so that was just a side tangent. So I just really like that fun nature of cybersecurity. Obviously, cybersecurity isn't just going to be like connecting to local hosts and playing games like that. But I like the way it challenges me to think. I think that prevents this nice way of living my life where I can take the principles I used to encounter those problems and apply them to my life. Because that game or situation I just explained now is something that's applicable in many spaces. And I think that's an issue I have sometimes is that I can get very tunnel vision because I get maybe even too prideful about completing something a certain way. 'Cause I don't think I can do it. And I take that as an offense to myself. So then I'm like, oh, I have to prove that I can do it. But if the goal is to finish it or accomplish the thing, right? And it's not about the particular tool you use. Um, so that's really nice. The second thing I liked about it was just that I was learning along the way. At first, I felt really bad because like, yo, ChatGPT explain this, and then at a point I realized ChatGPT can't really do these stuff. Like, and that makes sense, right? But I liked how since it couldn't do, it, I had to like learn from these. Like, I had to learn ask ChatGPT and other sources to kind of explain what to do and how to do them. And I felt really fun just like learning a bunch of stuff there. So kind of going back to diversity of problems, I like how I keep on learning. So cybersecurity is a field I'm considering. I think I'm going, especially since I'm my freshman year, I still have a lot of time to choose and fumble around or not fumble around, but like I guess dip my fingers in different pies if that was what people say. Um, so that's really exciting. Had that event. I'm just really happy about that. So what I think I'm also going to do is I'm going to try to extend my internship applications, which I've been hearing back, very just rejection letters, but still a number game. But I've been hearing back. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and expand my internship applications to also include cybersecurity roles. Um, But from there, I got to like since there was so much food and they were trying to get rid of it, I just got a bunch of boxes of donuts. And then this kind of goes back to the previous videos. Long story short, I went back home last week and I was thinking to myself, how can I make Sutherland as a dorm more like a home for its residents? And one thing I realized I really like about my home is the food. I think food plays such an important role in creating a community. So now it's like, oh shoot, let me take these donuts, let me present them in a certain way, and then let me give them to the dorm. So that's what I did. Went back, carried them. It was actually way harder than I expected. I had my bag, and my bag is always heavy. Walked like I think a mile or so back to the dorm, and then got there. Anyways, did the stuff. Um, and what I found was I spent like an hour trying to message everyone, but there wasn't a group tag on Outlook. That's the email system we use. Well, there wasn't a group tag on Outlook that allowed me to message all Sutherland residents. And there's not like one big group chat for um the whole dorm. So then my idea was like, okay, let me ask the RAs to message the other RAs to tell their floor members, oh, hey guys, there's food in the lounge. Because I was actually didn't mention that in the video, but there's this lounge, redecorated the whole place or redesigned it. Looks really nice now. So I want to kind of show people the thing, let people kind of hang out there. Because since it was really messy and just kind of jaga, I've just said that a long time. But since it was just like really messy, no one's really going there because naturally I think people are either lazy or too busy. So then if you see something that takes effort and just to hang out, you're probably not going to hang out there. So we did the whole place overnight. Looks really awesome. So my two goals were to give out food and like show off the new social place for people to hang out there. But I didn't have a communication system. So why eventually, and the RAs were in a meeting, right? And they were too busy doing their own thing. So I had to go on the Snapchat group chat. And the problem with the Snapchat group chat is that first, it doesn't have all the members, right? And second, it's divided into two different group chats. It's divided into East and West. So then there was no way to message all of them because I wasn't even in the West group chat. So then I just said, I wanted the Snapchat story after someone said, hey, you can just message the Snapchat story. And for some quick context, this is getting way too long, but for some quick context, on Snapchat, there's this thing for our school, different levels or years have these stories. So you can see everyone who's graduating in 2028 can post on the Snapchat story. And then that's why I decided to say, hey, Sutherland, there's some donuts. I also done the East group chat, but it's kind of what I like now. After that, someone said, blah, 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 this is it. Cause I said I was in the West Lounge and they got confused for some reason. They said, hey, this is the East group chat, which didn't make sense, but I think they just got confused. And then I mentioned how it's difficult. I spent like an hour trying to message everyone. Then someone else said, yo, that's like, let's just make a big group chat. So I like how that led to that's not just like a big group chat for everyone to join. Even though not everyone uses Snapchat, I think it's a step in the right direction. Obviously, people enjoyed the food, had fun with the snacks. More people are hanging out in that new, not new, but like the newly designed lounge. So that's really awesome. But I do think we're making steps in the right direction. What I think our next step is as a whole council is to actually have a long-term plan, not just a plan for October and the November, like a plan for like the rest of the year, even if it's a rough draft, so we know where we're going, we know how we're going to spend our money. We have a new RD, so I'm going to try and talk to them and talk to the different hall council members and just try and get stuff sorted. But I think I like how we're moving. I like the vision that's starting to form of trying to build this house like trying to take elements of a home and trying to implement it to the dorm, from the TV systems to the food. So I'm just really happy with that. Besides that, though, I have nothing else I want to say. So have a great day.